The boy Who brought light to the slums. A long, deep story of courage, kindness, and transformation. Deep inside Udua slum, one of the forgotten corners of the city, life was a daily battle. Tin roof houses shivered under the rain, muddy paths swallowed slippers, and darkness ruled the nights. Children did their homework with torchlights, mothers cooked with firewood, and people slept early not because they wanted to, but because there was no electricity. But in this place of poverty, there lived a young man named Tiga. He wasn't rich. He wasn't influential. He didn't have any big connections. But he had something that nobody else had. A burning conviction that things could change. The slum where hope was dying. Tiga grew up watching his people struggle. At night, the only light came from small kerosene lanterns whose smoke blackened the zinc ceilings. Some nights, thieves moved around freely because the darkness shielded them. Children dropped out of school because they couldn't study properly. Businesses closed early because customers feared walking home at night. Every time Tiga walked through the dimly lit narrow paths, he felt pain. Why must the poor suffer more than others? He always asked himself. But one day, something changed. The night that broke Tiga's heart. One late evening, Tiga was walking home from his small job at the mechanic workshop. He saw a little girl, Rebecca, crying beside her mother who sold roasted yam. Her school book was wet and almost unreadable. What happened? Tiga asked gently. The mother sighed. We have no light. She tried to study with her lantern, it caught fire and burned her book. Rebecca wiped her tears and whispered, Uncle Tiga, I want to be a nurse. But how can I read in darkness? That night, Tiga couldn't sleep. He stared at the dark ceiling of his room and whispered to himself, enough is enough. Tiga's impossible dream. Most people believed change could only come from the government, politicians, or NGOs. But Tiga believed otherwise. He worked during the day, and at night, he researched everything he could find, from how solar panels work, to how streetlights are installed, to how electricity can be distributed cheaply. He saved every small amount he could. He skipped meals. He stopped buying new clothes. He repaired old gadgets and sold them. He walked instead of taking bikes. People mocked him. Nah, who send you? You think you can change this slum? You are wasting your time. Light? For this place? My brother, forget it. But Tiga didn't stop. Every night he whispered the same mantra. If I don't fight for my people, who will? The first light. After months, Tiga finally bought his first small solar street light. The entire slum watched as he carried it on his shoulder and walked to the busiest junction. A few boys laughed. This one won be hero. But Tiga ignored them. He dug the ground himself. He mounted the pole himself. He connected the panel himself. He tightened every bolt with trembling hands. When he was done, he stepped back and looked up at the silent pole. The sun went down. Darkness returned. People started going inside. Then suddenly, FWOOSH. The solar light flickered again, and finally shone brightly, cutting through the darkness like a sword. People screamed. Children danced. Businesses opened again. Old women raised their hands and prayed. Someone shouted, Tiga Don, bring light. For the first time in decades, the slum had a streetlight. Just one. But to the people, it felt like the whole world lit up. The movement began. Word spread quickly. Neighbors donated small money. Drivers passing the area dropped tips. The local carpenter gave free wood. The welder welded poles for almost nothing. The youths volunteered to dig. Even the boys who once mocked him now carried tools. Tiga trained them patiently. He taught them how to install lights, how to fix batteries, how to mount poles. The slum became a construction site of hope. One light became 3.